Welcome. In the previous video, we have seen expression for force on a moving charge in magnetic field. In that video, it was explained that the magnetic field is going to be produced by a single point charge q which is moving freely. But in practicality, point charges are rare scenarios, right? We have already seen distribution of charges. Usually charges will be distributed as a line charge, sheet charge or space charge basically, right, or volume charge, whatever. So coexistence of charge is well known, so they don't exist as a point charge. And basically when I talk about current, a current happens due to potential difference, and current is in full flow in conductors. So conductors usually have many free electrons, and these free electrons are responsible for the current. It indicates that there are many charges or particles moving to form current and thereby magnetic field. So it is not right to close our discussion with a single charge moving in magnetic field when it comes to discussion of force. So that's why today's topic of discussion is very significant, that is force on a differential current element. When I say differential current element, we are talking about a set of charges sitting together, coexistence of so many point charges, and I have taken differential current element to give a geographically or mathematically better explanation. So when I say differential current element, it is going to be a small current element having certain length, some length, or it can be a small volume holding so many charges. I hope that is clear, the idea of differential current element. So the force on a charged particle moving through steady magnetic field, okay, was written something like this, right? We have written it as F m equals q v cross b. Now the same equation can be extended in terms of differential current element as a differential force dF. Okay, a differential force dF. I will not be using the suffix fm because it's well understood that I am discussing about magnetic force. So dF is differential charge dq. Instead of q, I will call it as dq. The moment I call it dq, you know that this dq can be related to dl, dv, ds, etc. So dF is dq v cross b. Okay, to proceed further, I will be using a result from maybe second module, okay, where we had convection current density in terms of velocity, right? Or we basically we discussed initially about that during discussing current continuity equation, or later, okay, we discussed in many instant of time also. So we need to find what is the relation between current density and velocity. So we know that the relation was J vector, that is current density, as rho v v, right, where rho v is volume charge density, v is the velocity with which this volume charge is moving, that will give me the current density. And we also know that during the discussion of distribution of charges, we also have one more result, that dq is nothing but rho v dv, right, because volume charge density is differential charge by differential volume in case of differential, otherwise it is just q by v. So rho v is dq by dv, so from that I know that dq is rho v dv and j is rho v v. So these two results we already have from our earlier discussions, and now we have that dv is, df is dq v cross b. Now if I just substitute my dq as a small volume element, I can rewrite my differential magnetic force as rho v dv v cross b. Nobody will be disagreeing. So I can write it as rho v dv v cross b. Now coming to this equation of j vector is rho v v. So this rho v can be written as j vector. So I can rewrite now my df as j cross b, because they are vectors, dv. So I get my differential magnetic force df as j cross b dv. Okay. Now from the discussion of Biot-Savart's law for distributed sources, okay, where we discussed about distributed sources, surface current density, etc. This j dv, we interpret this j dv as differential current element, right? Differential current element, this j dv. So here I have j cross b dv, and this j dv is interpreted as a differential current element as per the distributed sources. So this j dv can be written as ideal vector. Okay, so j vector dv is nothing but ideal vector. So just let me substitute the result. Okay, this is from this is not from air, thin air. This expression, okay, j dv, we have already seen that this j dv is nothing but current density for some volume, is nothing but the current over a length. This we have interpreted already. Okay, so j dv is ideal. So just substitute back into this so that I can write my differential force as ideal cross b. Now I is not vector but dl is vector, so I should write this as ideal cross b. So this j dv becomes ideal. So ideal cross b. So this is my differential force. Okay, so differential force on differential element. So ideal is now differential current element. So differential current element cross producted with magnetic flux density will give me the differential force. But I am not interested in differential force, I am interested in force. Okay, this is differential force on differential current element. Now I am interested in force. So force F will be nothing but integral of total differential force. So that is nothing but, if I integrate this over the path, over the entire path, I will get the total force on differential current element. I hope this is very clear. Okay, so this expression gives me differential force, because df, it is differential force on differential current element, and the total force is integral of this force for the entire path, basically entire path L, for the length of the path. So if I integrate this equation ideal cross b, I will get the total force on differential current element. So now to understand this equation better, or just to recap what you might have studied in lower classes, I will be stating some conditions, or basically I will be considering it as a special case. If I know, okay, if I know the differential length, okay, this differential length dl vector, I know in the sense, I know that the length is some 3 meter, 4 meter. Okay, so this dl vector is a non-value, so I write it as L vector. Okay, non-length. And this b vector, that is the magnetic field, is uniform, and I assume that b vector is uniform. That means it is not going to vary at every point or at every instant where I am calculating the force. It is throughout in the circular path, b vector is constant value or uniform. So if I assume these two things, then this above equation can be written as I L cross b. Agree? Because I know the length, so no need to integrate length over the length from some value to some value. and B vector is uniform, so it is not going to vary, so there is nothing to integrate that. So I can bring this out of the integral. Okay, so this is IL cross B, F is IL cross B. Now if I apply the cross product rule, that is L cross B is nothing but magnitude of L, magnitude of B multiplied by sine of smallest angle between them. So if I use that, I get my F as BIL sine theta. So this is very common force equation, okay, a well known force equation which we are already familiar with. So basically this force equation is derived by assuming that the differential length is known to me and magnetic field is uniform. If these two conditions are true, then the magnetic force on a moving charge, or basically on a differential element in magnetic field, is BIL sin theta. So theta is basically the angle between the vectors representing the direction of current flow and direction of the magnetic flux density. So hope you understood the expression for force on a differential current element. Thank you.